Hey, what's happening, people? Welcome back to Batman Arkham Asylum full walkthrough episode 6. In our last episode, we went to Harley's block party. Today, I believe we're going to House and Garden, or the Gardens, where we're going to get a task from Ivy. And then, if I'm remembering correctly, Scarecrow will be next. So Scarecrow will be episode 7, and then tomorrow will be Killer Croc. I got asked some questions on the previous stream, like, how are we going to do Arkham Knight? We still don't know yet. I don't even think they'll have the game patched in, like, a week or two when we get to it, because Arkham City is much longer than Arkham Asylum. So we'll be playing Arkham City for a while. Arkham City, I'm hoping, will start up this Sunday, and go all the way for 2 weeks, almost. But maybe it won't. Maybe it'll only, if we do, like, 3 episodes a day of Arkham City, it only lasts like a week and a half, something like that. And then, you know, the plan was to get to Arkham Knight and all this other stuff, so maybe we'll do Arkham Origins again, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You sound a bit better, says Jessica.
I ate, and,
We got some of the cat sand that Link had pushed into the hallway.
Link had pushed some of Link's, remains into the hallway, so I was actually breathing in and smelling Link's box. So we're gonna take care of his box tonight too, and that should help, because he's making a sand castle by knocking the sand out in his box, and it's getting everywhere. In fact, Link is gonna be moving downstairs soon, because we wanted to keep them separated so they don't fight, but I mean, my health is deteriorating, so I mean, I'm a person, he's a cat. He has an entire downstairs to explore. He's used the downstairs box before, so he knows where it is. So we're going to start moving him downstairs. I just need, for insurance, I need to get some, like, plastic walkway entry things so that I can prevent certain areas that are hard to clean getting messed up. Then he should be able to live down there with no problem. And then I'm going to get, I think, that $50 cleaning lady. I'm going to have her come and clean up that, that bathroom. And everything should be right as rain by Christmas.
Yeah, also, we have several questions. HM Callback is wondering, did my membership renew? It will show us, like, on the date that it's supposed to renew. It will usually put, like, a little, icon. I don't see it right now on HM Callback, but
You're fine, he's just a lunatic.
I will say that I used to do YouTube Premium. I actually canceled it, my YouTube Premium, recently.
Okay.
Word of warning, if anyone sees a dribbling fool barking at the moon, or maybe just purring like a kitten, do your civic duty. Walk up to them, put your arm around them, show them that you care before you wring their necks.
Alright. I love his...
And then, get your lazy asses to the gardens. I'm cooking up a little surprise and don't want to be disturbed. Understand?
Unfortunately, that's the orderly who we saved before, so he's dead.
I'm 90% sure that YouTube memberships will auto-renew as long as there's payment available for them to take from whatever account you gave them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 90% sure, because that's how my YouTube Premium worked. As long as I didn't cancel it, it auto-renewed. They never asked me if I wanted to renew for YouTube Premium. They just auto-renewed it. They said you can cancel at any time, and then I did this month. I did cancel. You know, I could always... Basically, I'm trying to pay off some bills, so I canceled YouTube Premium. Long story short. So, yeah. So yeah, I think it will auto-renew, like, whatever date you started it. Say it was the 4th of the month. Say it was the 4th of the month that you became a member, then it will probably auto-renew on that date of the next month. So I don't... That's how I believe. Anyone can correct me if I'm wrong. We have a super chat from Adam Dean. Says, here's insurance in case of copyright issues.
Thank you.
And Leia Lewis-Berry Innen just became a member again. Thank you, Leia. Thank you so much. You're doing well. Awesome, HM Galva. Great to see you. Okay, thank you so much,
So,
Devins.
you found it at last. What have you been doing with your time?
Devin says, everyone, welcome back. Luke and Amber, the best couple streamers on YouTube. That's very sweet. I'll take it.
Alright, so the Zasaz Riddle was just solved finally.
Oh, you got the Batman Arkham Collection just now on PS5 for $6, Isaiah. Wow.
Nice.
Wow. There you go, guys and gals. So, this is a great time to get that. Great. That's amazing, Isaiah. Does Luke's voice sound different now? Yes.
I just
It does,
said
Wally.
it's opened up a little bit more because he was
Yeah.
throwing his stuff into the hallway.
Yeah, no, I know. That was something he said at the very beginning of the stream. I'm sorry, sweetheart. Hi, J-Dog. Hi, Jade Rose. And Cosmic said he's been watching it. He said, I figured it out. I've been watching for 12 years.
Wow.
Amazing, Cosmic. And thanks again for the super chat and for the new member.
So we were able to get into this room because I upgraded my my crypto sequencer, so it has range now. So we'll actually be able to get a lot more Riddler stuff going forward. But I still don't have like I messed up my upgrades. What I usually do I kind of made the game harder for myself. I usually don't increase my ballistics too much, my Wayne Tech armor. I usually upgrade the takedown, and I do some other stuff, and then I have enough room to get the crypto sequencer. So I don't have to be, you know, make things more difficult. And the next upgrade I usually do is a crypto power amplifier. That way things go more smoothly.
And I appreciate, great to see a lot of you guys here. Hi, J-Dog, Garth, McCowboy26, Jessica, Jacob O'Ryan, hi, Flamin' Hot, Ashton, Michael, Bowman, Isaiah, Star Switch, Cosmic Edits, Latias is cute, says God bless everyone, hello, hi Latias, Jacob Langlet, Mario, Wally West, Garth, Baxter, and Goku, Derek, and Devin, and everyone coming in, Adam Dean, and Leia, and HM Goldberg. Yep, exactly, Isaiah. So, if any of you guys have a PS5 and really want to get the Arkham Collection, well, this is the best time to get it. It will actually, that offer will expire on the 21st of December.
Oh, wow.
Good to know, Isaiah. So we'll actually remember to tell people that as well.
Well played, Warner Brothers and PlayStation, for putting that on sale.
Yep. Hi, Tim and everyone. Bowman and Darkside, great to see you. Says another lunatic, says Darkside.
Yeah, you're at this part of the game now where there's going to be a lot of lunatics running around. I mean, you are at an asylum.
Yeah, and well, I don't know. Luke can talk about it if he wants to, but we were talking about something kind of interesting about Joker and Harley, their relationship. And
Jokey, am I?
Luke was saying that actually, he was telling me, and I forgot that Harley actually was originally trying to use the Joker.
She was trying to write an expose on him, yep.
So she actually didn't like him at first. She was trying to use him because he was a mental patient. And if you guys don't know Harley's backstory, she was Dr. Quinzel. She was a psychologist, yeah. So she was trying to do a write-up of him. She found him fascinating, or she was going to write all about him.
She was going to get a award for writing about him and get rich and famous using all his stuff to, like, dive into the mind of the Joker. And then he played her like a patsy.
Yeah, he turned it around and kind of manipulated her. So, not kind of. He ultimately manipulated her to the point where...
You do know how to read a map, don't you, detective?
She ended up falling in love with him. I think she ended up first fascinated by him because he was an interesting psychological project and to write a story on and kind of use for her own benefit. And then she got it turned around on herself, manipulated into a relationship with him. So
she fell for his, sob stories that he may have made up or they might be real. With the Joker, you never know. If he has an origin, he prefers that his origin is multiple choice. Exactly.
Yep. So...
But what Batman tries to tell Harley is, like, everything that Joker has told her, he's heard before, and the police have heard before, because he keeps changing things.
Yeah.
Because he likes messing with people.
Yeah, it's easy to play on people's emotions if you say, like, all these horrible things happened to me, and then people feel bad, and then it's very easy to manipulate people like that if they have a conscience, which Joker doesn't really have a conscience. I don't know, I don't feel like he does. Harley is like we were saying last time, Harley is not completely insane. She has some sanity left to her, but Joker is insane.
She is sane. The Riddler is sane too. The Riddler just has an egomaniac. He has like his ego is just out of whack.
Yes. Yeah.
He's completely rational. There are some Batman villains that are not insane.
Right.
Bane is a sane, thinking person. He's still dangerous. You have to remember that Batman's villains go to two places. The criminally insane go to Arkham Asylum, and the criminals go to Blackgate. So half of Batman's rogues are in Blackgate, half of them are in Arkham.
Yeah, John is saying Mr. Freeze is sane.
Mr. Freeze usually goes to Blackgate Prison. The only reason that he was in Arkham is because they had to contain him in a special facility that they couldn't put into a state penitentiary. So actually, I believe it's the Wayne Foundation that actually makes Mr. Freeze's area where he is in Arkham.
Yeah, because you can kind of have...
Let's talk about employee relations, Bats. Harley disappointed me, and now she's out of the picture. Gone, forgotten, dead to me. You get the idea. What's it like in your organization? Do you punish your hired help when they fail you? Or is that saucy outfit you make them wear punishment enough?
Okay, so did you hear what he just said about Harley?
I kind of missed it because I was looking at the chat.
He basically said that Harley's dead to him. He was talking about employee relations.
Oh, wow.
He was like, let's have a little talk about employee relations. He says, Harley, dead to me. So
why is she dead to him?
because she failed.
Oh, right. If she doesn't do everything he wants, then he's angry at her. It's like he withdraws kindness from her or any kind of affection if she doesn't, like, follow his orders.
Mm-hmm.
He manipulates her, like, every day, in a way. Thank you for the super highlighted message, Jade Rose says, while Batman wasn't something I grew up with, I was more of an anime kid. I still watch a lot of anime over everything else. I have been enjoying watching this gameplay for this game. Yeah, thank you, Jade Rose, for the highlighted message. Really appreciate that, and for being a member for 19 months. These Arkham games are some of the best games ever made. They have some of the best story in a game that's ever made.
And it has longevity. You want to know one of the most interesting things about this game? I mean, this was just common sense back in the day. But have you noticed that, like, any of the, like, political things that are happening are just contained to this world? Like, you don't really know about, like, any of the the problems that Gotham is facing other than the immediate one, like Joker's planted a bomb. Mm-hmm. Batman is in Arkham to try to stop the Joker. But we know that Joker's actually done something completely different. Like, he actually hasn't set up bombs around the city. It's a ruse. He's done other stuff. But the reason why these games still have longevity is because the story and the world is contained.
It's not dated to whatever is going on in the outside
right.
world at the time.
Gotham Knights will never age well because they brought in real-world issues into their game. So when people play it, they're always going to groan, or they're always going to be kind of like, I wonder why this isn't as fun as Arkham. It's because Batman the Animated Series and the Arkham games are timeless because the only thing that is happening in those games relates to that world, relates to those characters. It has nothing to do with our real world. It is escapism.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about what's going on in the world today. You can just relax and just, like, immerse yourself in another world. Like, they created another world. This isn't our world. This is a different world.
Exactly. So what they're failing to do in the game industry right now is when they're making these video game stories, they're mirroring our real life, and people are getting sick of that. People don't care. They don't care about the social issues. They don't care about the political stuff because they hear it on the radio. They hear it on TV when they're eating their lunch. They get it from their news feeds. They get it from Twitter. They get it from Facebook. You can't be bombarded 24/7. You're going to go insane.
You have to escape
or
sometime.
you're going to become a puppet for the government. Like, you are literally going to become like a little marionette on a string that is going to think and act and do everything that the government tells you to do. So, in order, to fight back against that, you have to find escapism. You have to find ways of basically telling the government to shove it and, do your own thing.
Thank you for the super chat. I'm sorry, the 5 gifted memberships, Luke Bryan. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Luke Bryan, and hope you're having a great day. Great to see you. And thanks again, Jade Rose, for the highlighted message, and thank you for the super chat, Adam, and Leia for becoming a member. Really appreciate that. 5 gifted memberships. Awesome.
Thank you very much. So what we're going to do next is we need, I think we're going to get the line launcher is where we are. If I'm remembering everything correctly, it goes Poison Ivy, Scarecrow, Killer Croc, then Poison Ivy again, and then Joker eventually. I think that's how the rogue things work, because Zaz is already down for the count. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Zaz was taken out, and he was put back into custody somewhere. But here's the thing that I don't understand. When they put Zaz into custody, right? Did they take him off Arkham Island and back to the GCPD precinct? Or are there some inmates that are still under lock and key? And how could they if Joker has the kill switch to let them out whenever he wants? Thank you, HM Goldback.
Thank you, HM Callback, for renewing. You're breathtaking. Thank you so much.
Zelda, stop licking bags.
Thank you so much for your help for keeping the channel on the air. Thank you so much.
Now, remember, guys and gals, that with lunatics, you can always hit them with batarangs. Like, you don't actually have to, approach them. You can take them down with batarangs and other gadgets. Right, I missed the riddle that was in this area. I hate the lunatics, though. They're super bad. Although, the lunatics aren't new enemies. The lunatics are taken from another Batman game. Do you know what it is? Where Rocksteady and Eidos got the idea for the crazy lunatics that chase you that look like have rabies.
It's from another Batman game?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
It's from a... I'll give you a hint. It's from a 2000s era Batman game.
well, let's see. We've played Rise of Sinzu.
Yup, but it's not Rise of Sinzu, even though that game does have a little Arkham in it.
It's a game we played together?
It's a game that also Arkham Asylum plays a big role in the gameplay.
DC Supervillains?
No.
No.
Nope. Nope.
Batman Dark Tomorrow?
Yes.
Oh, wow, Luke.
The rabid dog lunatics are inspired by the rabid enemies from Dark Tomorrow. I got that confirmed from Eidos a long time ago. Because remember, this game was a celebration of 70 years of Batman content, including video games. So with Harley incarcerated, what happens in the game now is Joker constantly bothers you on the loudspeaker.
Wow.
Because what he doesn't understand is he's actually lonely. He'll never admit
because of Harley's gone.
Even though he's a total tool to Harley, like throughout the game, he's actually contacting her or she's contacting him. With Harley gone now, he pesters Batman nonstop. In fact, if you pace around, he gets, now I see it, now you don't. If you pace around a lot and take your time, he gets agitated and he will call you frequently. Which again is like immersing you into the game. But like also sometimes when you're trying to find riddle things and, you know, looking for trophies and stuff like that, it can get kind of irritating because you're just trying to, you know, go at your own pace and the Joker's trying to pressure the player to go to the next area that he set up for you. So he constantly berates you.
Yeah.
He kind of does that to you in Arkham Knight as well, as, you know, the Figment.
Thank you for the super chat, Stander Prime 69. Says, love you guys. I've been watching since I was 8 and I'm 18 now. You guys are the best. Also, have you gotten to try Suicide Squad yet? It is so fun. Because of the generosity of one of our viewers, we are going to start doing it. We did not get a code originally. For that.
No, we didn't get a code originally. We got it from a viewer, and we can't show footage of it. We can't stream it, but I have until December 3rd to jump in.
We've been pushing this game a lot, and then, of course, there was a video that went up today that Luke did, so we've just been working on this game. We had somebody come in that said this game looks downgraded on the Switch.
No, it's the same.
It is... Yeah, I find that surprising because a lot of people have been praising how great this game looks on the Switch.
You can't compare this game to the You can't compare this to the Return to Arkham collection because that is a upscaled game that constantly runs at 30 frames per second or 60 frames.
That was on the PS5.
That was on the PS5. This is not Return to Arkham. This is based on the original PS3 build, which is why it has atmosphere and mist and shading and shadows.
Compared to, in fact, a lot of people are praising this collection because compared to the Armored Edition that came out on the Nintendo system before.
No, we never got Arkham Asylum.
Oh, not Asylum, but I mean for City, where they brightened it up. This actually looks really good, and we think that City is going to look really good on this too because they kept the shadows and everything. So
yeah,
a lot of people really like how this game looks.
I keep telling people this because it's true, but the PS3 game had screen tearing. The PS3 game had slowdowns at certain points when you were fighting too many enemies. Like, you know, it was the first in the Arkham games to be on the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360. This game plays exactly the same as the PS3 build, but a little bit faster. But it's still going to run into problems where when there's a lot of enemies fighting you, it's going to slow down the gameplay just a little bit. Now, the Return to Arkham games had better frame rates and it had better graphics because it was basically a remake of those two games using newer technology. So this game uses the old PS3 and Xbox 360 technology, and it plays and looks great. You know,
for moving it.
Is more interesting than I originally believed. When Project Titan is operational, I believe Joker will be the perfect test subject. Good afternoon. Today I thought I'd skip back to our previous conversations about your family.
Of course. I was born in a small fishing village. I always wanted to join the circus, but my father wouldn't really let me.
I don't believe you.
My father was a cop. 1 week from retirement when the mob...
I've seen the movie. What are you scared of?
Scared?
Yes, scared. There's obviously something. Something that made you what you are.
What if I'm too scared to remember? It hurts too much.
Then I can help you.
Wow, he's manipulating Dr. Young there too.
Oh, wow.
That's not actually Harley. So that's an earlier interview. This game doesn't take place in August. Like, it takes place in the fall.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, that's a difference of opinion. You feel that it looks muddier than the original PS3? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Eric? Or I'm kind of confused what you're saying. But
it's the same.
This looks good. And also, you were saying that it's better that Arkham Origins came. The problem... Agree with that. Yeah, okay, Luke is saying that. But the reason why they did this was it's the Arkham Trilogy made by Rocksteady. So they're bringing the whole trilogy over. Arkham Origins is made by a different company,
WB Games Montreal.
So it's not the same company. So they're actually moving the whole trilogy just made by Rocksteady.
Bingo.
Whether they add Arkham Origins, that will be a separate project. And then they would have to, work with that company.
Right.
All right, but I think whether or not people, think it's better than the original or not, for moving it to the Switch owners are very happy because it looks a lot better than we thought it was going to look on the Switch, to be completely honest, for Asylum and City.
City is the best version, though. City is like, even when they had it on the Wii U, it ran okay. But I had no problems with it, with looking at the game. last night when I did record footage, but I was too tired to post it in my video, so I just ended up looping some Arkham trailer stuff because I was just too tired to put it together. That video that is doing somewhat well took about 4 hours to put together. So, like, I did the best I could with it. But I actually have footage of the PS3 game, and I have footage of this game, and they look pretty much identical. The only problem is, sometimes, because it's like they're trying to incorporate elements of Return to Arkham sometimes with how detailed the character models are and adding like stubble on Batman's face and stuff like that. Sometimes the game has like a little bit of slowdown. But other than that, you know, it's fine. But Arkham Knight is not playable, especially since half the game relies on the Batmobile. There's nothing you can do.
Now, you had some interesting comments about that, about Arkham Knight not being playable. I was looking at the comments on your video, and some people were saying they played Arkham Knight on the PC back in the day, and they felt that it was similar to how the Switch is running.
Yeah.
And they said they enjoyed the game on PC, even though it was slow. They enjoyed it.
I tried to drive in the Batmobile. I showed the gameplay footage.
Yeah.
It's not possible.
Yeah, I mean, like, if I was playing through Arkham Knight on the Switch, I think, you know, I would probably be only using the Batmobile and then smashing my head into a board every time I had to do a Riddler challenge with the Batmobile.
You wouldn't be able to do the Riddler sections with the Batmobile.
And then for the rest of it, I'd probably just never be in the Batmobile. I'd just cape glide everywhere.
Even cape gliding, the game freezes.
And I think what you were saying was correct, Luke, with the rain. If they just took the rain effect out, I think that would make, either it would fix the problems or at least it would greatly help the problems. Because remember that game we were playing, Transformers game, in which they had the wave effect of the heat waves?
Yep.
And it was causing the whole game to jam up just on Switch, not on the other consoles. And you were saying if they just took this wave effect off on Switch, it probably would make a world of difference. So I think you're right about the rain effect might make a huge difference. Either that or they could have completely redone the Batmobile, just remade the Batmobile way less.
You can't use it.
But how could you do it? Because you have so many things going on with the Batmobile.
You can't, because the Batmobile is
you have the tank battles and everything.
It's an integral part of the game. You can't get rid of it.
The best thing to do is, if you want the Switch experience with Arkham, is to buy the Arkham collection, the whole thing now, and then pay $6 for the Arkham Trilogy right now on PS5 if you have a PS5, and then you can just play the two games on Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and then for your last game just replay, then play Arkham Knight on PS5.
Most people already have Arkham Knight still.
Yeah, so just play through Arkham Knight in honor of what could have been on the Switch.
I agree with Rocksteady in the past. Like, there's no way, I don't see a way of bringing Arkham Knight on the Switch. There's just, remember, they couldn't even put the game on the PS3 because the Batmobile couldn't handle the PS3. Like, it was a sputtery mess. There was no way that they could do that. So, you know, when people were upset that the game wasn't on PS3, there's no way the PS3 could handle it. The Switch is the same thing. Like, what we're seeing right now is evidence that the PS3 wouldn't be able to handle the game either. Because, as Rocksteady used to joke, the PS3 was essentially one full PS3 running the Batmobile. So the PS4 is so powerful that it's able to handle, like, multiple things at once. Like, it literally can handle all the processing power of the PS3 for the Batmobile and everything the Batmobile does, plus incorporate the, you know, Arkham gameplay everybody knows and love, and the weather effects and all the different bells and whistles they add to enhance the visual experience. Which they've removed all the texturing and whatever physical or, you know, technical terms are for the Switch. But if they probably would have gotten rid of the rain, it might have helped with the sputtering of the Batmobile. But, I mean, it's already built into the engine. I don't know how you would switch that off. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, and
because it's a port.
Like you were just saying, like they said a long time ago, it could never go to the.
And they, you know, they were very polite in the interview, but, you know, I didn't really understand what they were talking about. It was like, oh, I mean, you know.
Yeah, what you said was really interesting last stream, where you were saying, or maybe it was, yeah, one of our previous Arkham streams of this, that, you know, the Batmobile, that the guy at Rocksteady was telling you that the Batmobile alone was the size of like a PS3 worth of data.
Basically, yeah.
Like, it was just tremendous, just the Batmobile alone. Which, so yeah, I mean, you know what? They had to bring the full story over, so I get that they did the best that they could bringing it over. And they did make it the quality of how it was on PC back then, so that's something.
Yeah, and Arkham City, you know, compared to the 2012 Wii U Armored Edition, Arkham City runs perfectly on Nintendo Switch. Like, it is just perfection. Arkham Asylum has a few little hiccups where you notice little bit of slowdown, but it's not to the point where it's irritating, because the PS3 also slowed down every once in a while. Which, I mean, I didn't really mention a lot of that back in the day, because, I mean, it was just, that's what PS3 games did. Sometimes they would slow down. You know? If you wanted games that ran perfectly, then you wanted to play, like, retro games. Like, NES games and Super Nintendo and Genesis games always had constant, you know, smooth gameplay throughout. 3D games, going all the way back to the N64, sometimes you would have parts where either the camera would slow down or whatever. You know, 3D gaming was never really perfect. It's better now with increased frame rates, but...
Even my funding worries have been solved after the unexpected donations from Mr. White. Joker has also shown a remarkable interest in the possibility of a cure. Once the protein bonding process is finalized, I will...
Dr. Young, you ready?
Oh, yes, come in.
You'll hurt my feelings, Doc. Keeping me waiting like that.
Sit down. You can leave us.
You sure?
We're fine. Aren't we, Joker?
Oh, yes.
Well, if you insist. I'm just outside, okay?
So is he here? Did your patient X arrive?
Yes, I must say progressing more rapidly than I expected. But enough of that. Let's talk about you.
No. Let's talk more about your Titan project.
My what? How do you...
How do I know you have Bane strapped to a table in the basement while you pump him dry? Would you believe a lucky guess?
Wow. That is very interesting, Tony. I'm just a gamer. I don't know developer terms for, you know, how performance of games work. If there was a way that they could have incorporated something from Unreal to help with all those effects, I mean, that sounds like a great idea. Maybe somebody should let them know about that. I don't know any of that stuff. It was never... As a game journalist, the most important things we were supposed to learn was pop culture references, what different video games may have been referenced in certain stuff, and, you know, how a game plays, and all this, tech spec stuff was not something that we ever really had to learn 10 years ago and stuff like that. So I still have never really gotten around to learning all the different terminology for, you know, just basically talking about how a game looks and all the shiny aspects to it. It has things that are completely out of my wheelhouse. And I don't know them.
I've been a fool. Joker was behind it all. He's Jack White. He gave me the money, pulled the strings to release Bane. How could I not have seen it? He's been blackmailing me. He has a crazy plan to create an army of monsters. I want out, but... Hello? Dr. Young's office.
Please hold for Mr. White.
What?
Hello, Doc. We need to talk.
I'm not doing
Yep. So there's Paul Dini showing his like mastery at storytelling. So if you actually take the time to go and find all the little audio tapes and read the bios, you can fill in the pieces for like the grander story and realize that Joker actually had a master plan the entire time. Like he was completely messing with Dr. Young since the get-go in order to get her to, you know, encourage her evil tendencies, which he knew she was a bad egg, and get her to develop stuff. So she's not the Sally sob story that people think she is. She's actually kind of a villain herself. She's just a villain in the role of, like, you know, a government worker and doing like creepy experiments and stuff. She was never an upstanding fine lady, and Joker knew that and basically took advantage of it, used it for his own evil twisted gain.
Well, I mean, if you're ordered to do evil experiments on people and you follow orders, in a way you're still evil for doing it. You could quit your job and
I know, but she wasn't following orders. She was doing studies on her own.
Oh, wow.
Of that
I didn't
stuff.
even realize that. So that's even worse.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
She was doing
I
experimentation
understand.
on her own, and then the Joker found out about it, or knew about it, and basically blacklisted her into doing it more.
She is disturbing then.
So she
She's
started
messed up.
doing stuff, and then her, you know, I guess doctor ethics got to her, and she's like, well, maybe I need to stop this, and Joker's like, no, you need to keep going.
Creepy.
Yeah, so it's like,
Yeah,
he
that's
didn't let her
messed
have a
up.
conscience. So eventually she had a conscience, like, hey, what I'm doing is wrong, and this experimentation stuff is not on the up and up, but Joker's like, nah, you don't get to stop.
Yeah, and yeah, you always have such interesting questions, Jessica, saying, well, I don't understand what really made Harley go insane then. I mean, she's not completely insane, but
She's not insane.
she to go. I think what you're trying to say is what made her go from a respectable job to being a crazy criminal and wearing clown makeup. I would say he manipulated her.
Yeah.
He messed with her. There are some people that are very manipulative and can make you go crazy or can traumatize you or can, like, just him being in the room with her and messing with her mind is kind of what did it. Like, just the Joker.
Oh, there it is. I always get lost with a botanical garden.
Well, some people just have that powerful of a, you know, personality that they can mess with people in that degree.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there are very abusive people that can do that to people.
When in doubt, follow the Joker teeth. There we go. All right, now I'm in the right place. Botanical garden, house and garden. Oh, took me a few minutes to get there, but I also was collecting Riddler trophies on the way. So, all right, here we go. Botanical garden.
Yeah, and maybe there will be a next-gen Nintendo system we could play Arkham Knight on. Who knows, Brady? I mean, someday.
They always... Nintendo, you have to realize, unless they change their mojo, every game system they do is running on last-gen technology, but just a little bit better. So the Nintendo Switch is basically like a mixture of a PS3 and PS4. It's not a full-blown PS4. So the next system that they do is going to be like the tail end of what PS4 was capable of and what the first and second generation of PS5 was capable of. That's where it'll be visually. For Nintendo fans, that'll work, but for everybody else, Nintendo always downscales so that they can make more money and make cheaper games. If they make higher res stuff, then not only are they going to, you know, if they do like, let's say the next game system, they make it exactly the same as the other, because they used to do that. The N64 was more powerful, like 3D wise, than the PlayStation, but because of that, they weren't able to incorporate like full motion video and other things, like, so they could only do 3D. The GameCube was better than the Dreamcast and the PS2, but they had the gimmick of the small discs, which made it hard to put games on there because they were trying to be quote unquote unique, even though they had a powerful game system. And then Iwata's plan was, okay, we're going to basically keep selling the GameCube, make it a little bit better, and we're going to call it the Wii.
Yeah.
And that's what the Wii did. And then the Wii U was essentially kind of like the PS3, in a sense.
Yeah.
So a lot of the what the Switch is capable of is bordering on, it's a half and half between PS3 and PS4 technology. But PS4 can constantly update it. It has a lot of space and it has a lot of visual quality. So the Switch will never fully be a PS4. Like, the Switch has limitations.
Yep, and thank you, Aaron Kennedy, for sharing on the Facebook
I should pick up Harley Quinn's trail.
Really appreciate that.
I can't waste any time in finding the Titan.
So yeah, the next Switch system, whenever that comes out, will basically be like whatever the PS5 looked like in its first year or two. And then, as you know, the PS5 got better and better with its visuals and what their games were able to handle. So that's how generation things go for Nintendo. I could be wrong, and they could make a graphic powerhouse. I mean, it's been 20 years since they've done that. They could. They have a completely different marketing team, and they have a different CEO. It all depends what they want to do, but if they play it safe like that, then they'll keep making money. If they try to compete with everybody again, then it's going to be an N64 and GameCube where they didn't sell. Because it's just not how it works for them.
I mean, but Nintendo always did that so that they could save money, I believe.
They were trying to make a video game system that was cost effective, because whenever they made, people forget, but the GameCube was an expensive system. Like, it was a powerhouse, but it was very expensive. And people also forget to tell you this, the GameCube didn't sell anywhere near a PS2 or an Xbox. The N64 outsold the GameCube, which was a better system in every sense of the way. Better graphically, better, like, with everything. But it was more expensive, and developers had a very difficult time making games on it. Capcom, one of Nintendo's longtime third-party developers, only basically reissued, like, Resident Evil games and upscaled them. But most of the fighting games that they made skipped the GameCube because the controller was terrible, and also working on the discs was annoying for a lot of developers. Like, a lot of developers jumped ship from Nintendo that they'd been there for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
They came back on Wii and Wii U, but...
Pamela Lillian Isley, November 12th, 11:33 a.m. Good morning, Pamela. How are you today?
Fine. Today is a special day.
What do you mean?
This is the anniversary of my new life. When I found my true self, my destiny.
Are you referring to the event with Dr. Woodrow?
Yes. What else? Of course, at the time, I thought Jason had poisoned me. But in retrospect, he did me a huge favor.
And why do you believe what he did has helped you?
He showed me the bigger world. A world I should protect. Of course, my first offer was rejected.
Offer? You tried to kill everyone in Gotham.
Well, sometimes you need to prune back hard in order to make something flourish.
You resent that? The GameCube controller was great? It wasn't great for fighting games. The D-pad was too small and it didn't work as well. I loved the GameCube controller for, like, 3D games and racing games and action-adventure and RPGs. It did not work well for fighting games at all. And we never got a fight stick with the GameCube either. In fact, there were very few fighting games on the GameCube. The GameCube mostly had action-adventure games. It had PS2 ports. It had RPGs, had a plethora of RPGs, and different experiences. But it did not do fighting games. There's only a handful of fighting games that ever released, and I have them. Everything from Bloody Roar to a couple SNK games. The SNK games played terribly on the GameCube. And 2D games also didn't look the best either.
Messing with people's bodies.
Oops, I made a mistake. They have guns.
Yeah, definitely. Kalechi says, dude was plotting all the way back then.
Yep.
Definitely.
I'm talking about the Dr. Young stuff. Alright, so I'm going to come back here. Can you please put your hand down? My peripheral vision.
I know, Luke. You don't have to.
Okay, so we scanned these guys. This was Ivy's book club. Oh, wait. Yeah, this was Ivy's book club. That was a riddle. There's another riddle around here, I thought. But I love that they brought back basically the PS3 style, because I did not like how the botanical gardens looked in Return to Arkham. Everything was so cartoony, and you know, the environments looked nicer, but everything was like so bright. Like,
I really
this is
like
perfect.
the atmosphere that they did. Yeah. Oh yeah, John says there it shows that Dr. Young is terrified of the Joker. Definitely, she is pretty terrified. Yep, definitely Silver Sonic. I don't really care about graphics much. The Nintendo consoles are always the most fun, and they're very affordable.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed, Silver Sonic. That's why we only had Nintendo for a long time, and that's why I'm really glad. People forget that not everyone can actually get every console, so that's why having this collection come into Switch is actually really important for people that have a Switch and don't have a PS5 or an Xbox Series S or whatever. It is really great that this came to, to the Switch.
The only reason Amber and I have as many game consoles as we have over the years is because we are content creators. We show the games for people that can't get the games. That's our business. We stream them, we do videos, we talk about them. We're a gaming channel, so we do our best to adapt to the technology, but when we do, get the new systems, there is a struggle period if those games don't do well. If we don't, profit off of that, then, we have to eat that cost. It's sure, it's a tax write-off to some degree, but still, it does impact us, if they don't do well.
Right, so
there's always a gamble.
That's why we originally only did Nintendo. That way we wouldn't have to eat the cost of every game system.
Oops.
I just want...
I forgot I was in a Predator room.
Brady says, I just want 3 games at 4K 60 frames per second. Then I will be all set.
Then you'll have to stay with your game consoles that you have, Brady, because Nintendo won't get to... There won't be a 60 frame per second Nintendo game with 4K visuals until their next console. And even then, it will be 4K. I'm not kidding. It will be 4K and it'll be 60 frames per second the way that worked on PS5 year 1 through part of year 3. And that'll be it.
Yep.
And they'll make an amazing looking Mario and Zelda game using that, and they'll really push the hardware, but third parties once again will not be able to use the hardware the way Nintendo was able to make games look amazing. So that's just reality.
Hello, Lil Dougie. Says I used to watch you guys way back, on your review of the NES game, Batman NES game. Okay, wow. Thank you, and great to see you. Says it's great to see you guys doing still. Well, we've done a lot of Batman content. We've done a ton of Batman games on this channel. Injustice, all the Lego Batman games. We've done Arkham Origins a few times. I mean, we've done a lot of Batman games on this channel, but good to see you and hope you're doing well. Don't forget, if you guys haven't seen us in a long time, we do not have any real notifications going out on this channel, so you won't really see notifications. Even if you subscribe, you won't get a notification of our new videos. Make sure that you I don't know how he's getting you there because you're actually below there. That's not fair.
Okay, that's a weird glitch. Alright, we're gonna go dark for a few minutes, guys, because I gotta concentrate.
So remember to check back to the channel every day if you guys haven't seen us in a while, because you won't get a notification even if you subscribe.
You should do the Telltale games on this channel. I don't really like the Telltale games.
We can't. That's rated M. We don't do rated M games on this channel. Yeah. We can't do that.
Yeah. And also, I mean, I didn't really like the point and click stuff, but they are heavily rated M. Alright, so we're going dark for a few seconds, guys, so I can concentrate. Also, I'm a one-eyed pirate right now, so... Alright, here I go. I have no idea how he saw me. Going up.
Batman's as good as dead.
Oh, he has the clown thing on him. They have the clown collars?
You heard Joker.
Shoot, they do have the clown collars.
Joker was right. I found someone.
And I can't use gas pellets in this either, can I? No, I can't. Smoke bombs are in the next game.
Come on, wake up. Damn it, he's out cold. What are we gonna do? Shut up and keep looking.
And you don't want to go in like guns a-blazing in this one, because if you do, you're going to die.
Leave him here.
Oh, clever. So I can't do a inverted takedown because the ground is covering it. Okay. Alright, so this will take a few minutes. You need to play it smart and wait for people to make stupid mistakes.
I tell you that when one about being
Come on,
Batman
walk under here,
flying
you
on
idiot.
top of the Gotham
Good
Library.
boy.
Oh.
It's not that scary.
I just need like 1 minute, honey.
Oh no, I'm not gonna see anything.
Just because I died like a couple times.
I don't know.
Okay, so we have 1, 2, and then another bozo over there.
When I dealt with the bad.
I wish I could take them all down, but
What's going on?
hard.
Shut up and keep
You could
looking.
try it.
We'll come back when the bat is dead.
Come back when the bat is dead.
Hold up, I'm coming with you.
Now, can you pull people off the platform in this one with the back grapple? To do an insta kill from far away?
Find you. Do you hear me?
Or was that in Arkham City you could do that? Like, wasn't there a way for me to cheese the back grapple? And was it either this game or was it the other one? Where you could literally pull people to their death over and over again.
And yeah, we never said that the next Switch console was going to be 4K. I don't know if you guys misheard something. We never said that. We said we were thinking theoretically, because someone was saying in a joking way that, you know, it'd be nice to play it someday on as a Nintendo console in the future.
Well, Nintendo.
So hopefully you guys heard that correctly.
Nintendo always does like 6-year technology. Link, stop pushing stuff under your door. Jeez. Okay, so then there were 3. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, is someone missing? I keep losing.
Yeah, Brady says, come on guys, let me fantasize. We have to keep Brady's fantasy alive, guys. Keep it alive. Keep the dream alive.
Come on, wake up. Damn it, he's up.
I like fantasizing too about them.
There we go. Little sloppy, but we got the job done. Alright, Amber, you're good.
Oh no, I was just saying there are a lot of...
Beat you all again. What does it take? An army of monsters?
Yeah. I think Rogue 4 was saying he watched our Telltale on our Nightwings for One channel, and then, yeah, I was just gonna say John Doe is actually a fan of Telltale also, because that's where he got his actual name.
Alright. I'm gonna let him out so he can...
What? You found that one too?
You can vamp for a second or whatever you need to do. I'll be right back. Link, stop doing that.
Well, okay, so good to see you guys in the chat. Hi Pack Runner, hi Amazing Spider Guy, hi Luke Bryan, hello Twilight, 75, hi Man Behind the Mask. No, we will not rule out doing Arkham Knight on this channel, because I'm already playing Arkham Knight on this channel. The reason being is Arkham Knight was not made as an M-rated game. Originally, it was supposed to be a teen-rated game. It does not have F-bombs in it. It doesn't have excessive, like, gore all the time in it. So, you know, there's a few cutscenes that would be considered rated M. But, you know, I'm actually streaming Arkham Knight on this channel right now, in between streams. So, no, we wouldn't rule out doing Arkham Knight. It's, like, the only exception we'd probably make, for an M-rated game. But the, Telltale has more adult themes, so... you have to realize, because of Kappa, we have to put an M-rated game on this channel once in a while. Because of Kappa and the fact that they hunt down and target channels that are general audience. So, hi John Doe, hi Flamin' Hot, hello Kalechi, hi Rogue 4. I know you guys did the... Oh no, you're fine, Rogue 4. I misread your comment. You're completely fine, my friend. No worries. Hi, Darkside. Hello, Eric. Hi, Captain Zach. Hi, Eric Carter. Hi, Cocklesner and Mario. Hi, Luke Bryan and Isaiah and Alpha. Hope you guys are all having a great day today.
Did they show the tea set?
I loved that Telltale series, says Twilight Alex. Yeah, we never quite... It's like a light M, says Brady. There you go.
Yeah.
It doesn't have... And I know, and now I'm just kind of understanding the difference between something that's built from the ground up as teen versus something built from the ground up as M. Because this was originally built from the ground... Or Arkham Knight was originally built from the ground up as teen.
T-rated.
And then because of a few cutscenes, such as the Jason Todd scene and the Barbara Gordon scene...
And the duplicate Joker scene.
Oh, yeah.
There's a guy that shoots himself.
Yeah, so they gave it an M rating because of those scenes, but the actual 90% of the gameplay is actually just... When you're just running around, beating up thugs, it's basically a teen-rated game.
If you're wondering about the M rating, blame the ESRB, because they were making a T-rated Batman game like they always do, because... When you make an M-rated game, you limit your you limit your audience potential.
Yeah.
And they didn't want to do that. They wanted to make a general audience for everyone T-rated game. And the ESRB saw some of the more intense elements of the game, and they rated it M. So then Rocksteady just made it a little bit more M when they were finishing the game. But there's no F-bombs.
Yeah.
There's no really graphic violence. It feels like a T-rated game that, just pushed the envelope too much for T, that they couldn't do it.
Yep, and that's why, I thought the Final Fantasy 16 was going to be similar to that, but boy, was I wrong. Boy, was I wrong. That is a full M-rated game. So I messed that up. Big time. So now, from now on, it's nope, it's only... Arkham Knight is probably the only exception for an M-rated game. The only M-rated game we played on this channel besides that was an old
Devil May Cry.
Devil May Cry game, which today, if that game had been released today, it would have been rated teen. Yep. So, I mean, it's interesting that the threshold for how much violence and gore and language can be allowed before the rating happens has changed dramatically from years ago.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Alright, here we go. Another Ivy tape.
Patient interview, Pamela Lillian Isley, November 14th, 10:21 a.m. Hello, Pamela. Today I'd like to go back to something you said in our last conversation.
Ask me anything you like.
You said your first offer to help Gotham was rejected. How can you possibly believe that?
What do you mean?
You released thousands of poisonous spores into Gotham, killed hundreds of people. How does that help anybody?
I'm not interested in bodies, Doctor. Horrible fleshy sacks walking around destroying my poor babies with their greed and arrogance.
But aren't you one of those fleshy sacks? Were a doctor too. How can you turn your back on us?
Quite easily as it happens. But not you, Stephen. You're different. I feel we have a connection.
Really? You do?
Of course.
Alright, so we listened to Pamela's tapes. I believe all of Pamela's tapes are included here in the garden, but we'll have to come back here later on. But what's interesting about this game, too, is it actually shows you what Batman's Rogue Gallery looks like. Because, I mean, in the game, they're all wearing their Arkham attire because they're, incarcerated, but it shows you what their supervillain attire actually would look like in this universe that we never really got to see, because Pamela was always wearing her, Arkham uniform. She was never wearing her green costume, her classic one. Joker is, one of the only other characters outside of Harley and Catwoman that still... And Catwoman didn't look like that in Arkham City. That's what her original costume was designed to look like, the purple getup.
Oh, yeah, interesting. So that was completely changed.
Penguin kind of looks the same.
Wow.
But not really.
Wow. No, well, his dress, the stuff he's wearing is completely different.
That's what Two-Face looked like.
Wow. Yeah, he looks a little different than that, I think.
Prometheus we never got. Prometheus was a character they always teased, and he never appeared. He was supposed to be in Arkham Knight, but they cut him.
Hi, Link.
We were actually going to get Prometheus for once.
Oh, look at him, so sheepish now.
Yeah, he's been locked up for a while.
Because Luke couldn't breathe, that's why.
We never got the Great White Shark. He never appeared. I don't remember... I don't think we ever got Scarface either. We got Mad Hatter in Arkham City. got Clayface in Arkham City, Ra's al Ghul in Arkham City. We were robbed of Hush, but we did see Hush in Arkham City. We got Scarecrow in 2 games, but he was in his Arkham attire. We got Mr. Freeze in 2 games, but Mr. Freeze never looked cool like that.
Yeah.
That's an awesome costume.
He does look awesome in that. I am surprised Batman was never corrupted because even Ivy is manipulative, says Sammy. Well, I mean, that's the thing about, like, Batman is so stoic, and I think, like, any kind of pain that other people try to put him through, he puts himself through more pain than that on his own. He puts himself through more pain than anyone, and he's already been through more pain having to deal with his parents' loss. I think, like, nothing can faze him at this point because he pushes himself so hard.
Stop, please.
That's my opinion.
I'm not important. I can't help you. You're lucky the boss don't want you hurt too bad. Said something about you being the perfect bait. Don't get it. You're nothing special.
They'll eventually turn around and see me. See? Like, it's actually hard to go through that whole thug speech because eventually they see you. Usually they see you when you're pacing. They're pacing around, which is kind of funny. Oh, whoops. I got mistaken who that one person is. But you see how the game slows down a little bit, like in combat? That was the same for the PS3, though. It all depended where the fight was happening.
Yeah.
And it's not like a big deal, like, oh, okay, the game is unplayable or anything like that.
The reason I like the Arkham Rocksteady trilogy more than I like Origins doesn't have to do with, I mean, I know the combat is a little bit different and things are different in Origins, but the main reason I like the Rocksteady trilogy is not because of the graphics necessarily, or it's because of the story. That's why I like the Rocksteady trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
That's what makes me like it.
I mean, no offense to the other things, but Arkham Origins was not handled by a legend like Paul Dini. Paul Dini did 2 stories.
The reason why I play the Arkham Trilogy from Rocksteady is because of the story.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm playing it. That's the main reason. All the other stuff is bonus. The combat, the graphics, all of the details, that's bonus, but the story is the reason I'm playing the game.
Pamela, I got you what you asked for. Do you like it?
Oh yes, Stephen, I love it. Such a beautiful flower. Do you mind if I keep it?
Oh, no, Pamela, I can't leave it. It's against all the rules. I'll just bring it and show it to you when I visit.
But it's me, Stephen. I get so lonely on my own. You wouldn't want me to be lonely, would you?
No, of course not. Keep it. Just don't let anyone see it. Really, no one.
You can trust me, Stephen. Thank you. Now give me a kiss.
I can't. People will see.
No one's watching. What's wrong with you? Don't you love me? Call me Ivy.
Of course I love you.
Yep, Ivy's using her pheromones to get to that guy. It's a reference to a famous comic book, as well as a animated series episode that Paul Dini wrote. House and Garden, I believe, was the name of the episode. She also manipulated Harvey Dent in the animated series. So
Yeah.
People are still asking about why we covered Arkham Knight on this channel. Arkham Knight was rated M, but it was rated M by the ESRB due to content, not because of the game. The game pushed the envelope of T-rated stuff, and the ESRB said, yeah, no, that's rated M. And, Rocksteady took a big blow for that because they did not set out to make an M-rated game. Because had they done that, they actually got chastised for people because when people were reviewing the game, they said it didn't feel like a mature-rated game. Like, there were missing elements that would make it an M-rated game.
Yeah, because they didn't set out to do that.
Right, because they said there wasn't enough swearing, there wasn't enough, like, there should have been more gory scenes and stuff like I'm serious, when the game first came out.
To say, like, why would you say there needs to be more gore, there needs to be more swearing, there needs to be more of this?
When the game first came out, there were reviewers that, were very used to heavy M-rated games with lots of F-bombs and blood and gore and stuff like that, and they were surprised that Batman, because it was M-rated game, didn't have that stuff. And it's because the game wasn't designed with the M rating in mind. They were making a good story, and they put in some pretty dark stuff because it was their magnum opus, it was their finale. And the ESRB, which is the ratings board for video games, said, yeah, no, you can't do that as a T-rated game. So...
Yeah, so it was built from the ground up as a teen-rated game. Like, I think maybe people are... Like I was
there's just a few people who were still asking about it, so I just thought I would clear the air again about it.
I understand. Thank you for the super chat. Edward Mendoza says, December's here. I'm excited to bring some smiles to others on this holiday season. Thank you, Edward, for the super chat.
All right, so we're going to talk to the janitor, Carl. Now, I don't remember if the janitor, Carl, lives or not.
Thank you so much, Edward. You're breathtaking. Thank you so much.
I think he's one of the survivors.
Thanks. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I eat punks like these for breakfast. What were they doing in here?
The ones that weren't hitting me went over there and started doing something to the power controls. I have no idea what they were doing.
I don't want to, like... It has to do with Arkham Origins. What?
Does the facial animation in Arkham Origins not look as good because the game was rushed or something? The...
Different studio?
It's a different studio that made the game. But, I mean, also... Arkham Origins was just... I know people don't like this analysis, but it's true, because Warner Brothers confirmed it. Arkham Origins and any side games that they released about the Arkham universe were supposed to be until Rocksteady made the next big Arkham game. It was just supposed to be... It's basically... The best way to explain it is... It's kind of like... you know what they did with the Miles Morales Spider-Man game? Where it was good, but it wasn't quite better than the original, and it was shorter experience, but it was still a lot of fun, and people revere it as a great game. Arkham Origins was the same thing back in the day. It was a game that was released in between the Arkham games, so... Arkham City came out in 2011. 2 years later was Arkham Origins. And then 2 years after that was the big game everybody was waiting for, which was Arkham Knight. What was supposed to happen, because, you know, the studios weren't really working together very clearly, is there was supposed to be another Arkham game or whatever style Batman game after Arkham Knight, but the studios couldn't, make it work because they kept canceling every draft and every idea and every pitch that came their way. They shot down 4 Batman games in the span of 2 years. And they only greenlit Gotham Knights, and we know how well that did, which is terrible. So, the death of the Arkham games isn't necessarily Rocksteady's fault. It's Warner Brothers for basically putzing around and not figuring out what they wanted to do. They had basically the keys to the city and things that made gamers happy, and probably could have made another, I wouldn't say subpar Arkham game, but an Arkham game that was just good enough to tide people over. But the audience is gone now because they're all with Spider-Man. You're not going to get that audience back. Like, the only way you're going to get that back is if you consistently make a new Batman game, and that new Batman game is not going to do as well as even Arkham Knight, because it's going to take a while to establish that fan base. They started establishing that fan base in 2009. And it really took off by 2011. Then they kept going in 2013, and then 2015, and then after that, they fumbled. And then in 2018, after, gamers had been starved for the true superhero experience they wanted, a great, single-player storyline featuring a favorite superhero that they loved from their childhood, Spider-Man swooped in and just took the audience. And right after that, Sony didn't miss a beat. You had the Miles Morales game. Then you had the Spider-Man Remastered. And then after that, you had Spider-Man 2. And all they have to do in 2 years is just release any type of new Spider-Man game, and they can keep that audience eating good. But as soon as they lament that, and they make the same mistakes that Warner Brothers does, and 2 years go by, 3 years, 4 years with no superhero game, the next company that comes in is going to scoop up that audience as long as that game is good. So Sony has the opportunity to dominate the superhero field, and they just can't drop the ball. That's basically the reality, because Warner Brothers made a huge fumble, and they still haven't recovered from it. That's just how it is. That's how the business works. Arkham Origins was a short game because it was supposed to. It was just supposed to tide people over until the next big Batman game. That's what its job was.
Hi, JBat Gaming. Good. How are you doing? Great to see you. Hope you're having a good day. Yep. And Gary, we actually, people have been asking that question for a while. The Arkham Knight was made M-rated because of 2 or 3 cutscenes in the game. But, will they ever make another Arkham Knight? I think what you mean is, will they make another Arkham game? Is that what you're saying?
I don't think they'll ever make another Arkham game.
They won't make another Arkham
unless
game.
they reboot the franchise. Like, I don't, if I'm being completely honest, I don't think that the name of this franchise really matters anymore because, for one, you're not going to have Kevin Conroy anymore. Paul Dini won't come back because he came back to the project and was interested because, you know, he was trying to prey on the nostalgia of people who grew up with the animated series. The animated series cast that was still alive came back because they were alumni. They're not going to come back and do other games without Kevin. You're going to have to do like a whole new Batman game with a new Batman title to start off the next franchise.
Me being carried through the streets, stepping over the corpses of all those innocent citizens. It's going to be glorious, so I can't wait.
Now, Roger Craig Smith has expressed interest in coming back to do a new Batman game. So, you know, if they build that around him and they use the Arkham Origins fan base, they could start a new franchise with him as the head and build from there. But the question is, will they? David Zaslav is pushing for a new Batman game, but I mean, they don't have anything. There's no, I haven't heard of any pitches. There's no mummerings. The only things that are happening in the industry right now is what's going on with Injustice 3, is it real or not? And when is Wonder Woman going to get some concrete new details? And supposedly the Superman game that's in development that nobody knows anything about. There's nothing about a Batman game at this point. Nothing at all. So, you know, the best way that you can help Batman games is buy their games. Buy the Arkham Collection. Like, just as much as people did
You need to stop this
Hogwarts on Switch. Buy it on Switch. Maybe you'll get Arkham Origins next year.
Yeah, they only seem...
At this rate, you'll never catch me.
Money talks.
They don't understand the people running...
I need to find a way through this mess.
If you talk to WB executives and tell them, you know, this was a phenomenal story, this was amazing to the character, people enjoyed this series a lot, they don't actually care. Like, they won't, that doesn't matter to them. The only thing they care about is, did it sell? So, right now, they're probably trying to see if this collection sold on Switch, even though really... There are some problems with the collection, obviously, with the Arkham Knight Batmobile, but that doesn't matter. They're not looking at that. They don't, it doesn't matter to them. So I would just buy, or if you haven't purchased one of the Arkham, or buy the collection on PS5 or whatever, or I think it's on sale on PS5.
The buying it on PS5 and all that other stuff isn't going to work because, I mean, there's a renewed interest to get it on the Switch because it's the novelty of Batman is on Switch, finally. That's the novelty. Right? So, I mean, the fact that it's been on those other systems forever, those sales won't impact Warner Brothers' decision as much as, like, it's literally, like, the marketing budget that Nintendo has pushing this game this Christmas. They literally had the trailers on their channel. Like, so they're really heavily pushing this. So the best way to get the ball rolling, so to speak, is to, do that.
Eric Carter says, Luke, imagine playing the tank battles in Arkham Knight on the Switch with all that lag. Definitely, Eric.
So, in my video, I told you guys that I didn't actually try the tank battles. After I made my video while I was waiting for it to render, I actually went and I tried to do a tank battle on the Switch. My gosh, I died within the first 5 minutes because, like, the tank froze, and then I got lit up like a Christmas tree because I couldn't move. And it was like, if I did it live, like, I would go nuclear because I would... I'm actually pretty good at the tank battles. Yeah. So,
yeah.
But I can't play them on Switch.
Yeah, I mean, people who had the game on PC say that it was like that on PC.
I think they eventually fixed the PC version. But
So I don't know. But yeah, I mean, that's what I mean, actually, yeah, that's what I've heard is it's pretty rough. Oh, interesting, Luke Bryan. My girlfriend got hired for contract work on Gotham Knights. She had a really hard time working there with everyone. I feel like I told her that I feel like they were pumping the game out of panic before David Zaslav came, says Luke Bryan. Interesting. That's really cool that your girlfriend was working on that game. That's pretty awesome. That's amazing, Luke Bryan. And somebody was saying, my brother says that Arkham Origins is flawless, and the other games, Arkham City, or either Arkham Knight and City or something, is not good. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I mean, Arkham City is amazing, and Arkham Knight is amazing. I don't know what to say about that, J-Bat. I'm sorry to hear that. That your brother feels that way. But...
I mean, he's entitled to his opinion. He's wrong, but he's entitled to it. The only reason that Arkham Origins would play better than Arkham City is because it uses the Arkham City engine and it just improves on it. Just like, I would say that Arkham City actually plays better on the Switch version than the PS3 is because it's a later version. Like, it's updated, it runs smoother, it's fantastic, whereas if you play the original PS3... or the 2012 Wii U game, you're going to notice like some slight presentation and performance issues. But you play the Switch version, which is basically a 2023 like updated port, the game plays much better than it originally did.
I don't know what this means, but Luke J. Bryan says, K-Wing, they did. I streamed it in 2021. It ran so much better.
I streamed Arkham Origins too, and I had problems when I streamed it.
Sorry, I don't understand some of these comments.
It's okay, you're doing the best you can. Where are we now?
Yes, Gary, Luke actually made a video
One sec.
on that. Oh my goodness.
What are we doing? What is this section again?
Oh, he was saying Arkham Knight.
Oh, I know where we are. We're in the sewers. So they're going... Scarecrow is... I don't remember what's next. I guess we don't meet Ivy in this episode.
Okay, you were saying Arkham Knight, Luke Bryan. Sorry about that. Sorry, I misread your comment. Okay, we got a super chat from Twilight75. Alex. Alex said, I have a funny game that I may want you to play for one of my ultimates someday, Amber. Thank you so much, Alex.
Cool.
I'm sorry it took me a while to read your thing, Alex. I'm so sorry about that. And thank you so much, Alex. That's very sweet. Thank you, and thank you for all your generosity, Alex. You're breathtaking, Alex. Thank you so much. All right.
And the only reason I'm using the Detective Vision more is because, like, the updated port that you played, like, the remastered,
yeah,
they made it so that it's easier to see things. You have to remember the original PS3 version of the game and Xbox 360, the game was dark. So that's what part of the character of the game was, is you're in a Batman game, so it's going to have a gothic, dark, creepy vibe to it.
Yeah.
Also, this was made by people that worked on, like, the Tomb Raider games, as well as, I think, some other Square games, because it was Eidos and Rocksteady.
Oh, yeah, that's really interesting. Yeah, you were saying that when you were playing it yesterday.
Rocksteady made Arkham City by themselves. Arkham Asylum was made by 3 different game developers, if I remember correctly. So they incorporated different ideas that both studios had. So sometimes this game kind of played like a Resident Evil game a little bit, which worked.
Yeah, I kind of liked this one a lot because you never knew what to expect was going to happen next. It made it kind of like psychedelic.
A little bit.
Roger Kittner says, I got this today, love it.
There you go.
Awesome, Roger.
But the reason why I put Detective Vision on so much is that way I can see where I'm walking, because I can't see very well.
Oh, yeah, so I kind of messed.
Amber, you're getting bombarded by questions. You did the best you could.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can always ask your question again if I miss it. Yeah, that's amazing that your girlfriend worked on that game, though, Gotham Knights, Luke Bryan. And I know you work on some games as well. That's fantastic, Luke.
Use this tribute to what a mad dog... What?
Oh, I know. People were asking, have you checked out Arkham Knight on the Switch? Something new. And I was going to answer, but...
If you have any questions about Arkham Knight on the Switch, check out our video called Arkham Knight Unplayable, and you'll get your answer. I go into detail about what works and what doesn't with the game.
Yeah. So somebody was asking how a Superman game would even work, and Wally had an interesting comment about how you might want to use kryptonite. Or there's so many comments, which is awesome. You guys have a lot of awesome comments. I think Wally was talking about using kryptonite, but I kind of got messed up on that.
I went back. Now I know what I did
You could
wrong.
remove his flight ability at some point, maybe?
No.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that, and then maybe he could regain it towards the end.
Nope. No more. This is the problem game developers have. Stop depowering Superman. Give Superman powerful foes to fight. Like, give, maybe there could be, like, a invasion of characters that somehow are magical based, and Superman struggles against magic. But the things that they need to stop doing to Superman is what makes him relatable is not depowering him. What makes him relatable is how his human heart is, how he cares, how he loves people, how he wants to do what's best for everybody, and how he wants to save everyone he can and push himself for that. And his weaknesses is his love for his family and his wife. That's what makes Superman a weak and vulnerable character. Like, you don't want to make a game like where... Because that's the problem where all the Superman games have always failed. You've always given Superman some type of handicap. In Superman Returns, they didn't technically give Superman a video game handicap, but they made the world he was in handicapped. So, like, the city had a freaking health bar. So as the city was being destroyed, Superman had a state of urgency where he was trying to protect the city, and most of the time, the villains would destroy the city before you could even save it. Like, there were so many hazards that popped up that, yeah, you had, like, god-tier abilities, but you couldn't do anything to utilize them because you were constantly running back and forth and trying to save the city from being destroyed. So, the next Superman game that they do, no more depowering Superman, give him stronger foes to fight that actually could hurt and make him vulnerable. 2, get rid of the stupid health bar of the city and let people free roam as Superman, fly around, go into space, give that feeling of freedom to fly and to run fast and to have some fully destructible environments. But don't make him like the point where, oh, you know, I have like kryptonite poisoning and I can't use half of my abilities, so I can get like literally shot in the face and I'm gonna die. Like that kind of stuff is, they did that a lot in the 90s and the early 2000s. It doesn't work.
I think a funny Superman game, I'm just joking around here, but I mean... Oh, wait.
Stop. I told you what you wanted to know. You got everyone. Please.
He doesn't need to use that box.
You can let me go.
Okay.
Promise you won't tell anyone about Joker's plan. Well, okay then. Help this guy to his feet. Then shoot him in the face.
My pleasure.
Wait, but you said...
What? Did you think we just let you walk out of here?
Man, that's funny. Listen up. I'm gonna kick you a bit more.
Yep, thug
Then when
speech.
you pass out, I'll drag you back in there and throw you down the hall. Let all your friends watch.
No. Stay.
Troggle says, I'm gonna have to wait till payday to get this. I think he's talking about this collection.
He's just lying there.
Yeah, we really like it on the Arkham Asylum and Arkham City part of this struggle so far.
No, Link, I shut your door. Doggone you. I mean, he ate. If you want to throw him back in there,
Yeah,
whatever.
he's more scared than he looks.
I'm sorry, Link, but you're causing me a lot of problems.
Sorry. There you go, Link. I'm gonna have to fix that.
Where was I? They were doing thug speech.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Just spitballing here, but my idea for a Superman game would be, instead of the city having a life bar, have Lois have an angry meter.
Oh my god.
And the more the more times that Clark leaves to go save somebody and he has to interrupt a conversation with her, or like if they're on a date or if they're on a project working at the Daily Planet together and he's like, excuse me just a minute, I have to leave, and she gets angry. If she gets too angry, you get a game over.
You smell that? Yeah.
Alright, so we've circled back to the gardens. We went into the sewer area, or the pumping station for a little bit. So we are going to meet Ivy, so the thumbnail's fine. It's just not the Ivy boss battle. We're going to meet Ivy. I kind of forgot where we were going with the game. I'm sorry, Link, but I was going to let you sleep, but you went toward your box and I had to shut your door.
Yeah, great to see you, Wally West, Droggle, Alex, Jacko, everyone. And we got a super chat from Jacko the dog.
Thank you.
I love watching your videos. They always put a smile on my face. You're breathtaking. You're breathtaking, Jacko the dog.
But yeah, I think that because I've literally seen Korean developers make a Superman-inspired game and it looks fun, but they don't have the license. So, I mean, those guys could make the game. I've seen people make Unreal demos of Superman games showing that it is possible to make a, you know, current-gen Superman game, and it looks fun, but they don't have the backing. It's like, it is possible to make a Superman game. You need to hire the right people who have the vision, and they're talented. You don't just want to be like a studio and be like, okay, we're making a Superman game, and then you release something like the Suicide Squad or Gotham Knights. You need to actually bring somebody on board that knows what they're doing, and most importantly, that they have a heart and they have a vision for it. You do not want to create a game that, one, you don't want to, and two, you have no idea where you want to go with it. So they need to chart that out first. You know, don't just say the game is in development. You need a plan, you need a talented team, you need a vision, and you need a good story. And then worry about, like, getting the good actors and all this other stuff. You know? Later. But focus on those elements first.
You're telling me you would not want more live service games, says Brady, because I don't.
No live service games. I don't like those. You want to know what I will say for a live service game? Because technically Spider-Man was a live service game. They could make a new Batman game, and for live service they could charge people for costumes, and they could charge people for DLC. That's it. Anything other than that, like a season pass thing, that's fine. And, you know, continually add content to the game, that's an okay type of live service. But doing like a Fortnite thing, which Zaslav wants to do with the Suicide Squad, no. None of that nonsense. DC fans want single-player, story-driven experiences like the Arkham games. Give us something like that and just continue to add 2 years' worth of content with affordable DLC. That's it. You know, if there is a certain costume that you couldn't get in the game and you need to pay for it, give the option for that. And there are a lot of lazy people that will pay for, you know, quality costumes for Batman that they don't want to spend all the time unlocking. There are people that will literally pay for that. You can make the money that way. You can also give exclusive costumes, you know, for a decent price. That's what DLC used to be, is you would pay for some additional costumes. You know, do that kind of stuff. That's not necessarily acceptable, but it's been that way for 10 years, so do that.
Yeah. And thank you guys and gals for all the really interesting comments.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, that is a really interesting idea also, Wally, about like how it's like Smallville, he was saying, with the approach where they had capes at the very end. Yeah, I understand that. I get that, Wally. Thank you. That's a really interesting idea. Thank you, Wally. And great to see you. Hope you're having a great day.
Another tape happening.
Okay.
Where is Dr. Kellerman?
How should I know, Warden? It does seem careless of you to have lost him.
I have no time for your games, Miss Isley. Tell me where you have him. We have security footage of you and him leaving your cell last night.
So?
Do I need to spell
Link, please don't destroy that bag. We need that for your room.
Yep, that's very interesting, Flamin' Hot. Says, OMG, having that life bar is like in the Amazing Spider-Man 2 game, where you had a vigilante bar, and if you didn't do enough crime fighting, bad things would happen.
Yep.
Yeah, that's very interesting, Flamin' Hot. Yeah, it is like that.
I vaguely remember that. I did cover the Amazing Spider-Man games.
Yep. Hi, good to see you guys coming in. Big J Gamer, Leroy the Taco Cat says, I tried to buy City by itself, but it is not available for purchase, it says.
Yeah, it's not available for purchase at this time. It will be at a later time. We just don't know when.
Yeah, great to see you, Leroy. Hope you're having a great day. And great to see everyone. It's likely we're going to get a Wonder Woman game before the Superman game, says Garrett.
This Wonder Woman game actually has a developer, and they've been working on it. We just don't know any details about it. That's all.
Physical Media Collector 87 says, got this today for Switch. I have never played the games. I am playing the first one now. I'm really enjoying it.
Awesome.
Yeah, the games have an excellent story, and they're really good. They're like some of the best games ever made, Physical Media. So, yep, good to see you, everyone. Sons of Gaming, JVat, Silver Sonic, Brandon Lewis, says, was that the game where the Superman game where the end boss was a tornado? Says,
I mean, you guys probably remember the games more than me. All I remember about Superman Returns, it was fun, but the irritating parts of it was the city with the life bar, which at the time I thought was a good idea, but I don't think it's a good idea anymore.
And Garrett says, that would be a fantastic idea with the Lois with the angry meter. Thank you, Garrett. I appreciate that. Garrett is trying to help me feel better about my idea, which I appreciate, Garrett. Thank you.
Okay.
Vikings have to stick together. Eric Carter says, I have been playing all the Arkham games on my Steam Deck for the last year, plus just got my Steam Deck OLED recently, and I am playing them again at 60 to 90 frames per second. Interesting.
Technical jargon.
Yeah, I understand. That's very cool. Thank you. Thanks, Eric.
Someone, get me out of this thing!
He's not going to be a garbage
Listen, the bat is on the way. If you see him, send the annoying doctors to hell. That's the down one, right?
Yeah, they're going down.
Good. And remember, if you hear a collar go off, Batman's here.
Joker's men are all wearing the security collars. I'll need to take out the operator.
Actually,
first.
I don't think Ivy is in this episode. Ivy is here, but Ivy's not in this episode.
Joker wants him stopped. I'm gonna do it.
Yes, I think so, Garrett. If Superman gets a Lois angry meter, maybe Batman can have a Grandma Fox angry meter. See how angry Grandma Fox can be. And if you guys don't know, that's Luke Fox's grandma in my mind.
Amber's weird.
She has her own outfit.
Amber's weird made-up fan fiction about Lucius Fox's grandma.
Well, actually, it'd be Lucius Fox's mom because it could be Lucius Fox's grandma, but if it was great, if it was,
Did you forget about my little
it's
alarm
Luke
bats?
Fox's.
Shame on you. Drop the cage.
Uh-oh. Oh my gosh, what? Oh, I'm not supposed to take them down. Oh, shoot. I completely forgot.
Whoops.
Too easy. Played you like a violin and cut your strings. Nighty-night, bats.
Silver Sonic says, so would the Superman game be like a dating sim then?
Wow.
I would love that. I'll take it.
Someone, get me out of this thing!
Listen, the bat is on the way. If you see him, send the annoying doctors to
If you
hell.
see him. Okay, so don't get spotted.
Yeah, they're going down.
Good. And remember, if you hear a collar go off, Batman's here.
If you hear a collar go off.
Joker's men are all wearing the security collars. I'll need to take out the operator first.
Okay, so don't get seen, don't take down the enemies. Okay.
Batman better not try and mess with us.
A lot of questions.
About... You had this question all...
You think you
Oh,
forget about my
God.
little alarm bats? Shame on you.
No, it's not. It's not you. I messed up.
You heard the man. Going down.
I have to pace myself.
Too easy. Played you like a violin and...
He's tearing to shreds the,
we can always just get another trash bag.
Okay, that's fine. We have other trash bags, that is true.
Help me! Someone!
Gives him something to play
Get
with.
me out of this thing!
Listen, the bat is on the way. If you see him, send the annoying doctors to hell. That's the down one, right?
Yeah, they're going down.
Good. And remember, if you hear a caller go
Well, I'm a one-eyed pirate today, so I mean, I'm, you know,
Joker's men are all wearing
my area of vision is kind of
need to take out
obscured.
the operator first.
Because, you know, I'm having some severe cat allergies today. I'm talking better, but I still have one leaking eye, which is wicked annoying. Turn around, idiot. Good man. If I'm gonna play Origins again for Christmas, maybe I'll do the Adam West run, because I did the Nightfall run last year. It's possible. We'll see.
Sounds like Gaming said if she had an angry meter, then that would make the game unplayable.
Batman better not try to mess with us.
She used her angry eyes. Is this the right guy to take down?
I've incapacitated the main threat, but the hostages are still in danger.
So you figured out my puzzle, eh? Yeah. Well, good for you. Do you remember about my alarms? How you guys couldn't stop a taxi? He's here. Don't let him find me. He's dangerous, boys. I don't want him getting in the way of my experiments, so if you see him, stop him! Are you guys okay? You're not feeling the pressure as he takes you out one by one.
There we go. They're safe now. Predator room cleared. Now we'll get the riddle before I forget, which is the dead. They have dead Ratcatcher and they have dead what's his name? Killer Moth in this. Although it's hard to see where Killer Moth is because the game is so dark. Killer Moth is up on the side of the wall here somewhere.
Titan production plant guarded. I should pick up Harley's trail again so I can find it.
There he is. Killer Moth. See, he's dead up there. I don't even know why they have him dead there, but, I mean, they do. Link, you're really fascinated with that, aren't you? Apparently that's it. Sorry guys, I thought Ivy was going to be in this episode, but I don't think so. So I'm going to have to play, change the thumbnails again. I thought we actually speak to Ivy, but I don't think we speak until later. Oops.
I'm
I
sorry.
already won the Predator challenge.
I thought I was working for Dr. Young. I had no idea Joker was involved until he burst in the lab.
Where is the lab?
Back over there. I always get buzzed through. There's a hidden door, but, well, you know, it's hidden.
I'll find it. Stay here.
He says it's a hidden door, you know. Hidden.
I just work here. What good is killing me?
They're crazy.
I thought I was gonna pass out. I can't stand heights.
Thank you for telling me your life story. I appreciate it. Alright, where's the grade at? I think I missed a Riddler trophy.
Was telling you that he's heard that Wonder Woman game was going to be a live service game.
It's possible.
Yeah, I was just reading the question about Wonder Woman being a live service game from Eric.
Right, we're doing another Ivy
Eric
tape.
Carter.
Thank you, Eric Carter.
Right,
Appreciate that.
Says I'm actually heading out. Thanks for the stream. It was fun. Yep, it was fun having you, and thank you for
Stopping by.
And yeah, we're always streaming if you ever want to stop by again. Great to see you, Eric, and yeah, thanks for hanging out. Really appreciate that.
Have a good night. All right, guys. Next Ivy tape. Last Ivy tape.
No thanks to you. The poor man could have died.
So,
He has a wife, a child.
as do the plants he trambles underfoot. The spores he breathes in and destroys have children. Why does he deserve anything more than them? You people ignore what is happening in front of your eyes.
I refuse to put the welfare of plants before the welfare of people.
And that is why you will lose. There's more happening than you know, Warden. It's all connected.
There we go. So that was Ivy's full story. Hooray!
Was I feeling sick yesterday?
No, it's me.
Oh, I wasn't feeling bad, unless I was feeling bad a few days ago. I don't remember if I was, but thank you, Alex. Appreciate that. And Bowman. Oh, wow. It's 1:42 a.m. here, says Eric Carter. I actually stayed up for that long.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Thank you for staying up. We really appreciate having you on the stream, Eric. Thank you. And, very, very cool. Good luck with all your, YouTube endeavors, Eric. And, have a great night. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that, Eric Carter. Thank you.
There it is. That's what I want. I believe there's a Riddler trophy in there. I don't remember though, but I'm gonna see. Whoops. I think this is... yeah, I think there's a Riddler trophy in here. But I can't remember.
Oh, it's 12:42 where you are, Jacko? Wow! Thank you for staying up also, Jacko. Wow. And thank you for the super chat, Jacko Dog. Jacko says, I always enjoy your lives. Jacko's super chat says, I always enjoy your streams and videos. They always put a smile on my face. That was so kind of you. Thank you, Jacko.
Thank you very much. I thought there was a Riddler thing in here. What is the point of coming in here?
Thank you, Jacko.
Oh.
Thank you guys for staying up, even no matter wherever you guys are. We appreciate you guys, however you're, you know, wherever, I mean, even when it's in the middle of the day, we appreciate you guys taking the time to watch and hang out with everyone. We appreciate that so much. Thank you guys and gals.
Oh, I see what that did.
Yeah, you guys have so many interesting insights into this game. It's hard for me to read all of it. Hi, Big J Gamer, Jacob Orion, and everyone. Oh, it's 5:42 where you are. Awesome, Misty Dolphin. Okay, so you're behind us. Good to see you, Misty Dolphin. I will get rest, don't worry. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you, Eric. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Have a great night, Eric. Thank you. I am staying with all the streams all night, says Captain Zach. Thank you, Captain Zach. Appreciate that so much. Thank you. 8:43 where you are, Kalecki. Awesome. And, great to see you, Kalechi. We really appreciate you watching. Thank you.
There we go. Ah! The hidden lab.
Well, look who's discovered our secret lab. Since you've made it this far, let me show you what I've cooked up.
surprised that this game didn't get an M rating.
It's the graphics that made it not M.
No, I mean like the fact that he was experimenting on people and stuff like that. I mean this had like an early M-rated vibe to it, like in 2009. But I mean it made it past the censor. So if you look at every game that Rocksteady did for their Batman game, like they just scooted past censorship. Like they just made it barely past the ESRB.
They were experimenting on those people and putting Titan in them, or these guys.
Well, yeah, this thing they did that, but I'm just saying every game that they did, with the exception of Arkham Origins, which they didn't do, like they just made it past the ESRB. Like, you know, because the they have requirements.
Right. They probably just pushed the envelope.
Yeah, they always push the envelope. Because, you know, the storytelling is important.
Well, I mean, Batman has always been a dark character.
Yep.
So it's like... I mean, it's kind of hard to make a Batman game that's like... Definitely can't really make an E-rated Batman game.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fighting these guys is gonna be hard with one arm. No. There we go.
Thank you, Alex. Says I love falling asleep to your voices. Thank you, Alex. That means a lot. Thank you so much.
Can you guys hear us over the game or no? One of our streams, like the game is really loud. Okay, dodge that. Ah, never mind. I can't see.
Alright, I'll show Luke in a minute, JBat Gaming. I can see your profile picture. It looks awesome. Your outfit looks amazing.
Gonna throw stuff at me. Oh, I thought I dodged. Don't you recover, Percy. You recovered.
I mean, in a way, the animated series was terrifying, but somehow that got past censorship as well.
Come on.
I guess if they don't explicitly show certain things, you try not to think about what they're actually doing in the plot, then they can get past the censorship.
Well, they literally showed bones and organs, though.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that
There we
was
go, one down.
gross.
Come on, big guy. There you go. Okay, one more.
Oh yeah, this is all the viewers were help. This was like the hardest boss for me.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, Luke. I think Garrett and John Doe and everyone were helping me through this.
I've destroyed the
You
Titan
beat the
production
game on your
facility.
own, though. You did fine.
But Joker escaped with enough to cause us real problems.
Just when you think it can't get any worse.
They've been using a venom plant hybrid to create the Titan strain. The plant's the key. And there's only one person on Arkham Island who can help us.
And what makes you think Poison Ivy will help you?
If her plants are at risk, she'll listen. I have a sample of her pheromone signature on record. She'll be somewhere in the gardens. I'll track her down.
Poison Ivy reminds me of my ecology teacher from college, who was always telling me that plants and animals and humans are all brothers and sisters, and that there's no difference between humans and plants and animals, and we're all the same. That a blade of grass is the same as a human being. And I was like, I don't think so.
I don't think we have to go through like all the craziness, but I don't think we can see Ivy without the back grapple.
I mean, it's kind of interesting that all the villains, like a lot of them, are
You're going to need something to get over this ravine.
kind of similar to people in real life. Like, there are crazy plant people that worship plants in real life.
Mm-hmm.
But she's just a little bit more over the edge than all those people.
Here we go. Batplane.
Oh, yeah.
So, the reason why Batman does this is he doesn't carry a lot with him in the field. Because it weighs him down. So, he'll have, like, gadget drops and things in places where he can get more equipment if he needs it.
Mm. Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
I always love the fact that Dini did this, because this is what he does in the comics. Is he doesn't always overload himself with a lot of stuff.
Interesting, Luke.
The line launcher.
So, did Paul Dini have to... Was he a regular comic buff before?
Paul Dini was a Batman fan.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought he was like a psychologist.
No, he did his dream job first, writing for Batman. But he was into psychology a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's J-Bat Gaming wanted to see how you thought of his outfit.
Very cool.
Yeah, do you know what character that is or no?
I think it's from an anime.
It looks really cool, J-Bat. I love the hat and the skull-like bandana and the jacket. You look awesome.
Can I change the direction of the line launcher in this one? How am I supposed to get the riddle trophy that's over there?
Oh, no, it's okay, Alex. I think I accepted your follower request. You're fine, Alex. I didn't reply to you. I'm the one who hasn't replied to you. You're fine, Alex. You've done nothing wrong. You don't have to...
Changing directions in the line launcher is Arkham City.
I have to add some things to my Kwings weekly playlist, says Droggle. Thank you, Droggle. You're breathtaking. So, Droggle had an interesting thing to say about the Superman game, but I actually didn't... I'm sorry, I missed your comment, Droggle. It's something about Omni somebody, but I missed that. You guys all had some really interesting things to say.
Uh-oh. Now it's playing like PS3. A little bit of slowdown there. Looks like the king's horses trampled on what? Amber, can you read this for me?
What?
There's a new riddle.
Where?
Now.
Okay. Looks like all the king's horses trampled all the king's men. All the king's horses, all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. Humpty Dumpty.
I don't remember what that riddle is, actually.
Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Is there something on a wall? Is there somebody that's broken? A broken person? A broken, shattered... Oh, something that's broken. I don't know the riddle. I don't know. I hate riddles. Oh, when I was younger, like, adults used to always do riddles, and I didn't know what they were talking about at all. That's like a thing older people do. I wish I was smart enough to figure out those riddles, but...
There we go.
Oh, those are dolls that fell down?
Yep.
Were broken? Good job.
Broken dolls.
Scan...
I got it.
Okay, good job, guys.
Alright, guys, so we're going to go see Ivy, and then that's going to conclude the stream. Oops.
Did they explain why Robin did not come help Batman in Arkham Asylum? Was Tim Drake not Robin yet? Says Rogue 4.
Tim Drake was not Robin in Asylum.
He carries what he needs and resupplies with more specialized equipment, says Droggle.
Yep.
I like this version of the Batwing more than any other Batwing in the Arkham series, says Sammy Bear King.
And we hardly get to see it. Time to say hi to Ivy.
It's all right, my darlings. I'm here now, my poor darlings. Yes, I know he's found us, but I won't let him hurt you. I'll kill him first.
Ivy, I know Dr. Young mutated these plants to produce venom.
Yes. And I heard it through the grapevine the evil woman paid the price.
I need you to help me create an antidote.
Why should I? Let Joker have his fun. I'll enjoy watching you squirm.
You've been in the dark too long. Every plant on this island will get the same unless you cooperate.
There's a plant growing deep in Arkham Island. Only it can counter the effects of this Titan strain.
Where do I find it?
Oh, in Killer Croc's lair. You didn't think it would be easy, did you?
Go back to your cell, or I'll be after you next.
And I'll be waiting.
Whoa, does she like Batman?
It's complicated.
Or she likes every guy.
It's complicated.
Oracle, I need to find a way into Killer Croc's lair. It's somewhere below Arkham Island.
There's nothing on the system about where he's kept.
I found a door near the Batcave, but it's shut tight. There's got to be another way in. I left guard Cash in the mansion. I'll see if he can shed some light on where Croc's kept.
Okay, are we allowed to go back in the door? No. I think it's saved, so we're going to call it here, because it's going to take a while to get out.
Yeah, you guys had some very insightful things about different games and all kinds of stuff.
Yep.
I like everyone's commentary here. You guys have really interesting things to say.
Okay, guys and gals, thank you so much for watching. Your next episode will be starting up at 9:15. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you guys for everything. We're going to end abruptly, so we keep it under 2 hours. So next time we're going to be leaving Ivy's house and garden and going somewhere else. I think Killer Croc is next. Or Scarecrow. Alright guys, God bless. Happy gaming. See you in about 15.
See ya!